Aisha.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry to bother you.
Hey.
I can see you are busy.
Are we doing this like now?
Well, why not? I think it's a great time before you settle.
I'm cooking.
Yeah, there'll be time for that later.
Can I just make sure everything is okay?
No, this won't take that long.
Okay, let me just start it and then just give me a second.
Go ahead.
Now you have me all anxious. You have me all anxious. Let me just. But I'm cooking chicken. Of course, you know I'm cooking chicken, and I think the broth is ready. And I'm going to make chapatis later on. See, here's the dough.
I think it's the best time for you to tell us a bit about how things have been going.
A life update. I remember a life update.
Yeah, your audience has been waiting for too long.
Oh my goodness, it has been a roller coaster. The last time I gave a life update must have been so many months ago. I wouldn't know where to begin. What do you want to know?
Well, first of all, I think the last time we heard about how things have been going, you were supposed to tell us about the most recent life changes involving you. Oh,
a lot has happened. A lot. I feel like I'm in an interview. A lot has been happening. So just confirming that I've switched off because yes. So a lot has been happening. First of all, I should have had a script before this, but I had nowhere to begin. But so much has happened. First of all, hi guys, welcome to Pick on a Dime with Sha, and thank you for ambushing me, Mr. Are you still Bezwan or have you changed your name?
You can call me Benz.
Hey, okay, Benz. Bezwan has changed to Benz officially, I think. So thank you, Benz, for ambushing me. I just came from church a few minutes ago. Yes, I still go to church. That's why I'm all dressed up. I don't know if you can see my outfit. Yes, but yeah, I've missed you guys so much. Thank you for keeping it Pick on a Dime. I know it has been such a long time since we talked, but as you guys have heard, we are doing a live update today, and since I have no idea where to begin, our lovely co-host Mr. Venza is going to help us with this particular
always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So yeah, let's dive into it. So you want to know what has been happening in my life most recently, right? So first of all, I think the last life update I was talking about how overwhelmed I was about everything that was happening, but things have been really good. I told you guys about the job I had gotten. Like it was higher up from where I had been, and it had been a lot for me, but I got used to it. I'm becoming pretty good at it, so it's so much easier now. It's way less pressure right now than it was before. I feel like I should be doing something as I talk. I don't know if I should would you like a cup of coffee? I can make us both a cup of coffee as I talk.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
because I feel weird just staring there. So what was I saying? Yes, the job became much easier. It is good. What else? So when you're talking about your life, which aspects do you talk about? I'm not going to touch my love life. So work is going well. What else?
Perhaps you can tell us how some things that have become easy after dealing with them for the entire time you've been here.
Oh, okay. For instance, I've learned to do my own hair. I didn't know that I could do my own hair, but I did these braids myself, so very proud of that. So I didn't know that could be easy to do. It wasn't easy, but it is doable. Also, I have an amazing life update. Can I just skip on to that one?
Of course.
I'm sorry for going off, but I'm really excited about this one. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, you know my family has really grown. It has grown so much. I think you guys saw me at the airport. I once posted that I was at the airport, not on my YouTube, but on my Instagram. I went to pick up base 1 and base 2, and so many other members of our family. Our family has grown from 2 to, as of today, we are going to be 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, our family has grown from 2 to 9. Oh my god. Like, how amazing is that? I was so scared about being lonely in Canada. Like, everyone talks about being lonely. But look at me now with a whole family here, and it is just amazing. So yeah, that is an amazing life update I've been dying to tell you guys. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, but this is the right time, right? Yeah, so we are now officially 9. You'll probably not be seeing them on camera because it's just everyone is who they are, but we thank God, and I thank God for the company. So God did his thing. It's been an amazing journey, and that's one of the reasons I've been off camera for so long, helping families settle down, helping them where we hope or I wish someone else had helped me. Yeah, it's been pretty amazing.
So can we expect to hear more from you now?
I am trying. I can say for sure that I'm trying, because I've really missed being on camera, and I've received so many DMs. People have been asking me, sorry, this tap is just refusing to behave. So many people have been asking me about how life is going, because there's a time that there were so many there was so much on the news, right, about negative things here in Canada, and I got so many DMs. People were asking me, is all this really happening? Should we hold our horses about coming to Canada? All this news is freaking us out. And guys, hey, let me first of all pour this before I tell you tell you what I want to tell you. So you want coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I want to tell you guys. I am a big advocate for life happens differently for everyone. I will tell you this now. I will tell you this 10 years from now. Actually, on second thought, I feel like the coffee machine will make so much noise.
Yeah, it doesn't mind.
You don't mind? You just want the coffee?
Yeah.
Got it. So, guys, I keep telling you this, and I will tell you again. The kind of life you get when you come to Canada depends on you and you alone. Depends on how you come here. Depends on the kind of attitude you carry with you when you're coming here. Depends on the kind of people you associate yourself with. Because it is true, I'd be lying if I said there weren't so many things happening out there and that had been happening earlier on. But I would also be lying if I said I was in that same position, right? Because like I am so grateful that God has been so good to me and my family and my loved ones, because we are doing okay, we're doing good. And that goes without saying. We are trying our best to help all those who are struggling in one way or the other. But at the end of the day, Canada is an amazing place. I feel like if you come with the right attitude, and I'm always telling all my audience, everyone who is DMing me, sending me messages one way or the other, I'm always telling you guys the same thing. As long as you come, sorry?
So from your own experience, is there anything that anyone should be concerned about?
You cut me off. I hadn't finished.
I was letting you know that like when you stop that I have a question.
Oh,
I wasn't
sorry.
telling you to stop.
Sorry. All I would like to emphasize, guys, is that come with a positive attitude. Everything works out. Everything. I am an example. I am what did we used to call it in high school? The epitome of, I can't remember the word. There's a word we used to use in our compositions, but I am an example of things work out if you trust God, if you do things right, and if you just stay optimistic and positive. Okay, so don't be scared. Can you imagine working so hard to get access to being here and then just freaking out last minute because of what other people are saying? I think it is also very important for you to filter the content you allow into your life, to filter the information you allow to yourself. Much as it is good to know and to be on the know and to be informed, you also need to be very careful and protect both your emotions and your mind when it comes to something as huge as making a life choice like moving from your country to a new country. So if you take in so much negativity, by the time you're coming here, you're already so scared, you're already all walled up, and what good can possibly come out of that? So Canada is amazing, at least for me, and I believe it is amazing for everyone who tries and comes with the best and positive attitude. Yeah, I could ramble about that all day. You had another question? I'm sorry. I know I just took too much time on that one. You had another question?
In your own experience, are
Yeah.
there any concerns that you may have had or personally experienced that you'd like to advise anyone out there about?
I do. Just a second. Light roast.
Many sugars for me, please.
How many sugars?
A lot.
A lot of sugars.
Mm.
I hope it's not too noisy. Before we go on, we've actually been joined by someone else. Please say hi.
Hi. This is here finally joining. A bit late.
Yeah.
Just make sure when you're coming back to Canada, you're not late for the experiences.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Again, I hope this is not too loud. Do we give it a second?
So, from your own experience, are there any concerns that people should know about before they decide to take the trip here?
I think I have said this so many times that every big decision has a lot of, I don't know, the road is never smooth, especially when it is such a huge decision. So I feel like you should always make sure you're mentally prepared for all those things before you come. So that is why I'm talking about the kind of information you take in, especially from the internet when you're researching on the place you're going. You see, for instance, you will want to know about the weather here. You can't just come blindly, right? But it is also very important the kind of information you get. Am I answering your question?
Yes, go ahead, please.
It is very important about the sources you get this information from, because there are those people who will tell you about winter and tell you how amazing and beautiful it is, right? But there are also people who will tell you about winter and tell you how difficult and cold and horrible it is. You see, those are two people talking about the exact same thing but giving very different perspectives. So I think it is important for you to do your research before you come, but it is also very important for you to filter the kind of information you're getting before you get here. Okay, I hope I've answered your question. Oh yeah, we made this is yours. This is not our life begins after coffee, guys. I didn't put in any cream. Did you want cream?
It's okay. Thank you.
I want people to see your hands.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I think for me I'll just take some water as we go. Yes.
Yeah, as you're getting water. So like,
Could you please get me some water? Thank you.
Can you say like you have preference of maybe ways someone can get information they don't have? For example, someone is new to this place, like how do they navigate? Before they come here, they are working on getting here.
Thank you.
What are the sources of the rightful information they find on a specific platform that will aid them being here?
I always say that the most accurate information you can have or get is from the actual source, not from the grapevine. Grapevine is when you hear what I'm always giving this example of the broken telephone. Did you guys ever play broken telephone back in school?
Of course.
By the time the information is getting to you, it is so altered, right? So if you use grapevine or smaller sources, you get to lose a lot of the information or get altered information. So I always advocate for getting it from the source. In this case, the source is IRCC. Nilikuwa nimesikia ni kama ni kina nani. IRCC is the best source you will ever have. It has all the information. It will guide you step by step what to do, the information you need, any documents that you need, any information. I could not stress this enough. The only legitimate place to get information is IRCC. All these other places are supporting places. They are people who have gotten information from IRCC and are now giving it to you in a more consumable way. This is why you will get this information from all the other social media platforms. But your first option is, I always believe in doing your due diligence before you make a huge step. So sit down, take your time, research. You see? Where you're lost, then go to other social media platforms, go to other groups, find out more about it. Yeah. Are we still talking about my life update though? I feel like you guys are asking me about coming here. Yeah, I don't mind.
But coming here is still a part of your life.
And maybe for
True.
those planning to come, of course,
Yeah.
part of your update is making them have an easier journey getting here and settling in here.
That's true. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
We help.
So another question about now your life update. How has the work environment been treating you lately? Are there any changes? Is there anything we need to know or research about? Tell us more.
Work environment. So I'm always getting people in my DM asking me how they will get jobs when they get here, asking me if I had a job when I came here, asking me how I got my first job, all these questions. So I'm going to take this opportunity to try and answer those questions. First of all, when I landed in Canada, I did not have a job. I did not even have an idea of which job I would do. I am in HR by profession. If you've been watching my videos, you know that. I am in human resource management. And I was so anxious getting here. But I had done my research and I knew that it was one of the best careers in Canada. So I was really excited about that. But I also knew that there was so much information out there about people saying that there are jobs but they are difficult to actually get. So here's my personal experience. I thought I was going to do a whole video about this, but I'm not sure. We have to do it today, so let's do it now, okay? So I came here without a job. Just before I left Kenya, sorry, Kenya. Oh my God, forgive me for that. Kenya. Just before I left Kenya, we found a YouTube channel where someone was talking about her process coming into Canada and how she got her first job, and she talked about how she got 2 jobs before even landing in Canada. So we got curious about how you could do this before landing. How did you get, I don't know, multiple job offers before landing in Canada? So apparently you can apply for these jobs even in your current country before you come here, like when you already know when you're going to come here, because you still need to do interviews and stuff. And that's what we did. But by the time I was finding out this information, realizing that you can get a phone number, a Canadian phone number, even from another country, you just need to pay for it. You can use it to do interviews and apply for jobs. But the time I was getting that information, it was already like 2 weeks to me coming here. So it didn't help me much, but at least it gave me a stepping stone on how to start applying for jobs. So by the time I was landing in Canada, I already had 2 job interviews set up, and none of them bore fruit. I actually never got any of those 2 jobs. Funny thing, the jobs I did apply for when I was here, I got my job within the 2nd week, but I got it through a referral. Someone who was working for a certain company referred me, and then I did an interview, like a full interview, and they took me, and it was amazing. I was so excited. So within my 2nd week in Canada, I got a job. I got my first job. My first job was a call center job for a really fancy place. So I was excited about that, but I was really scared because you can imagine talking to all these foreigners via your phone as a customer agent and all that. It was such a hassle, but that was my first job. But as of now, I have moved up. I am proud to say that, and it gets easier. All I can tell you is it gets easier. When you begin, it's going to be so difficult. You're going to be so scared. You're going to doubt yourself so much, because the interviews here are not half as easy as they are back at home. Here you'll find that interviews have so many more, I don't know, I'm not sure how I can say it. I think you'd have to experience it. But yeah, that has been my journey to getting a job up to where I am right now. And I believe after you get your first job, it is so much easier to get your second, to get your third, and to move up. Yeah. And just like we said in one of our other videos, there is dignity in work in Canada. So do not be afraid to try out all types of different jobs. But you also need to be patient before you get to the one that you actually want to do. I hope I have answered that question.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, and for my role, I have an amazing role because I get to work from home 4 days a week. Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, I think that's it. I think if I say anything else, I'll be bragging.
Already that's detailed now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to take you a bit back, kidogo, because you told us it's possible for you to maybe find work before you get here. So would you like mind telling us about settling in, if I need to get a place to stay. So do I need to get a place before I come here, or there's a way I can do it when I'm here? And if I do it when I'm here, or in the meantime, as I'm waiting my place to get ready, where will I be settling?
So there are so many. I actually did a video about getting your first apartment when you get into Canada, because I said that is one of the most difficult things to do, getting somewhere to stay, getting accommodation once you're here, because you're new, you don't know anyone, you don't know any place. So there are those who opt for getting an Airbnb. You book it for like a week or two before you get here, and then you just stay there as you ask around, as you try to find out about how to get accommodation and all that. Second thing, there are those who book hotels. If you can afford a hotel for like a month or so, it is also advisable as you scout around and find a place to stay. Third thing is you can do what I did. Look for a realtor. Get a place when you're still in your country before you land in Canada. It will make your survival, or it will make your landing so much easier. It will make everything so much better for you, because you'll be landing in your own place. You get to start afresh, and I think that is amazing. That is what worked for me. So all you have to do is find a friend who knows a realtor, talk to that realtor, just find them online, talk to them. Like I said in that video, you can click, I'm sure it is somewhere here in my videos, I'll find it and link it, where I talk about it is more expensive moving from your country because you don't have most of the documents they're asking for. But if you are looking for that comfort and that soft landing spot, you will use that. Yeah, so that is also an option. There's also the option of, you know, getting your friend to host you. Yeah, if you have a friend who has an extra room, a guest room, get them to host you for just the first couple of weeks as you figure your way out, right? Yeah.
So perhaps you can also tell us, I think you've told us a lot about your home and work life, and since we know you don't just run from home to work all the time, perhaps you can give us an update on your other experiences when you're not at home or working, perhaps like hobbies you engage in, what you enjoy doing on your off time. What does that involve?
You're asking me about my social life?
Yes, exactly.
I didn't even have a social life when I was in my home country. Anywho, I'm a lot. I think, I'm not sure I'm an introvert because I like being with people. I like being social, but I'm also not sure I'm an extrovert because it's also a lot of work. So I think someone told me that there was a term for that, for people who are neither extroverts nor introverts but can fit in both.
It's a term for like both words together.
Yeah.
Introvert.
Extra intro.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
For real?
Sounds made.
Extra. Yeah, it sounds made up. Extra introvert.
Further
I'm
research
sure.
is needed.
But I'm sure there's a word for it. Someone once mentioned it to me. I can't argue with you because I also can't remember, but it's something along those lines. So for my social life, when I am not working, okay, I work from Monday to Friday, and I work 11 to 7. That's my schedule, 11 to 7, and Monday to Friday. So when I'm not working, first of all, I'm a morning person. That is why I chose, or I got the option of starting my work at 11. So in the mornings, during my free time, when I'm not feeling too lazy, I read a book. I love reading, so I read a book, or maybe edit a video if I have the energy. And I also go for a walk in the morning before work. But as far as my weekends are concerned, which I'm sure is what you're really asking about, right? Like I said, now that my family is here, my time is pretty much not my own. Anytime that I am free, I am always hitting them up for a game of something. For instance, we play chess a lot, we play poker a lot, we go swimming. The building I'm living in has full amenities, so we are either always hitting the pool, going to the swimming pool, or going to the gym. Okay, I go to the gym just to accompany them, correction, but every once in a while I do go to the gym. Let's see, what else do? I go to the gym, I go swimming, I sometimes go to the sauna. I sometimes do yoga. I actually love yoga. I do Zumba. How could I not tell them that I do Zumba? I go for Zumba every single Saturday morning. That is one of the favorite things in my life. I do Zumba every Saturday morning for a full hour. We have an instructor and everything. I go to church every Sunday morning. I go for events mostly on Saturday evenings, because I like resting on Sundays. On Sundays, I play a lot of Xbox. Yeah, and catch up on a few podcasts here and there. That is pretty much what I do with my free time.
You don't do sherehes?
I do, but every once in a while. I realized I feel like I outgrew the party. The partying. I think I overdid it when I was in camp. I definitely overdid it when I was in campus. So I don't feel like I have that energy so much anymore. So lately I prefer going for dinners and actual events than just going out partying. Yeah.
You have mentioned that on some or most Saturday evenings you go for events. Perhaps you can elaborate on what kind of events, what to expect, or just how we can know the type of events that are involved there.
You're really peeking into a social life which I do not have. So in Canada, it's not easy to be an extrovert. You have to actually go out of your way to meet people, to make friends. I'm sure you guys have noticed by now. You have to actually go out of your way. So when you have friends who are extroverts, when you have friends who already, they will always be sending you, and most of these things are shared through links, through WhatsApp groups. So when you have friends that know friends that know friends who like partying, who like going for sherehes and such things, you will always be in the know. For instance, my friends are always calling out. I will more often than not turn them down, but there are so many gigs, especially during summer. During winter they are way less, because Canadians tend to, or people in Canada tend to hibernate during winter. Yeah, we're like bears, we hibernate. And yeah, so most of these events are usually during summer. During summer, every single day, including weekdays, there are events. There are barbecues being hosted somewhere. There is a party. There is this theme going on somewhere. Like, if you are an outdoorsy person, you just need to know the right people and you will always be going out. I don't know why people say Canada is boring, because there is so much going on. So much. You just need to know the right people and be willing to actually leave the house and go. Yeah, and also I think that has something to do with the fact that we are in Toronto. So it being such a busy place and such a diverse place, there's always so much going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, and the word you're looking for is introvert, extroverted.
Introvert, extroverted.
Yeah, maybe people should share in their comment section.
Is that a real word, guys? Is that a real word, introvert, extroverted?
Yeah, you can check it out.
Because if it's a real word, then that's what I am. Because I am an introvert. I like my own company. I like my own space and all that. But every once in a while, especially for a good cause, or if I am convinced enough, I will go out. So I think that's me. So guys, please let me know in the comment section if such a word does exist. Right?
I also mean that more fun and more experiences are experienced during summer.
Yeah.
Because the other time it's dull, and then there is winter.
Yeah.
And the bad weather. So.
But even during winter, you find people. Actually, during winter, people mostly do house parties more than anything. During summer, it's not easy to know what time it is, because first of all, we have longer days, right? So people are outside all day. You will be outside at 8 p.m. It is still bright, right? It is still bright. It looks like day. People are playing football. People are playing hockey. People are outside having fun and just walking around. Like, it's not easy to keep up with the time in summer, because people are making the most of it. But then during winter also, because we have shorter days other than the cold. First of all, it's really cold. Secondly, they are shorter days. So I think people tend to stay indoors a lot. So I think even the few events that are there during winter are just, very low key, like just call a bunch of your friends to your house and have fun, Yeah.
So having been here for a while over a year now. Can you pick out at least one or two experiences that you can say were your favorite experiences out of the entire process you have experienced here? What's your favorite that you can suggest that someone should probably make sure they take part in?
Are you talking about my personal events or experiences or in general?
In general, like you can just tell us if something personal was your favorite experience, you can tell us that. If something general was your favorite experience, tell us that.
My absolute favorite experience that I will never forget is when you guys touched down in Canada. That was just absolutely amazing. I remember I didn't sleep the whole night. I was monitoring the flight the whole time. Like every time someone new from like a member of the family touches down, I already mentioned that we're 9 now. Every time someone touches down in Canada, it is a whole experience. It is just amazing. And I'm sure you guys can relate when you're in a foreign country and finally a member of your family joins you. It is just everything, right? It doesn't matter that they are not in your homestead. It doesn't matter if they are not even in the exact radius as you. Like I said, one of the most difficult times things and the reasons that I've been away was helping my family or our family members settle, and that takes a lot. But the fact that knowing that they're just a train away or just a bus away is just amazing. So yeah, I think that is my favorite, picking you guys up at the airport, and every single time that I have gone to pick someone else at the airport has been amazing. And another one is what do you call it? I was excited for you guys to experience Halloween. Because in my country we don't celebrate Halloween.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. No, they do now.
Yeah, you immediately don't, like knowing is you being part
Yeah,
of it.
but they don't know more about it, you know.
Yeah.
So it was really, it was really, it was really exciting to for you guys to experience it. Right now I'm disappointed because I was so excited to introduce snow to you guys, because that was one of my favorite experience. One of my favorite experience was experiencing snow for the first time. I have made so many videos. I have no idea why I have never edited them and shown you guys, but I will. Now that we are in Toronto and the snow has refused us, it has refused to come. It snows for like an hour and disappears completely. As of now, we still don't have snow, and we are so afraid that for the first time we might not have a white Christmas. It is so scary. But the snow has refused us this time round. It is actually kind of warm. It is already mid-December and it is still warm. As you can see, I went to church and I just wore what I'm wearing right now. I just put a jacket on, actually like a tiny coat on top.
But don't mislead them, because your version of warm, the warm in Canada is very different from the warm in Kenya.
Okay, Kenya is a tropical country, so Kenya is a tropical country, so no, you cannot compare. But having been here for as long as I have, which has just been 1 year and a few months, this is warm, especially for the middle of December. We should be freezing by now, so it is actually pretty warm. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe another thing is taking away from the other topic. It's like, you see, when you're in Kenya, there is a way like a country is known. Maybe like someone will talk of Masai Mara Park.
Yeah.
And Nairobi being the capital, Mombasa for the beach and whatever. So while you're in Kenya, did you ever think of something about Canada that you're looking forward to come and experience, and have you experienced it so far?
I was looking forward to the snow. I had never experienced snow in my life. I remember the countries I have ever visited in my whole life, I never visited any country during any other season that was not summer. So I had no idea what snow was. I just always heard about it. So I was really excited about experiencing snow, because I heard that this place was so cold. Apparently they experienced snow for 6 months in the year, which is technically not true, because it depends on which part of the country you are. Like I said, we're in Toronto. There's also Vancouver. These places are very warm for Canada weather. So yeah, but I was really looking forward to experiencing the snow. I was also looking forward to experiencing the diversity. I heard that there's no place that is as diverse as here. So I was really looking forward to seeing all the different types of people and culture. And you know how you have to go to like Nigeria to experience Nigerians, to Kenya to experience Kenyans, to you know what I mean. But now, just coming to Canada, you get to experience all these people at the same place. It's kind of amazing.
And there are new other things that you've learned about this place that you're looking forward to experience?
In future?
Yeah.
In future, let's see.
I meant to ask that in a different way, like just
Nimeshindwa
before uulize,
kujibu.
like nitaka kukuuliza, among the things that you had in your bucket list when you were leaving your country, are there any that perhaps you have not yet gotten to and we should look forward to hearing about from you in future?
If I was to answer these two questions combined, you're asking about my future, my plans, my bucket list. Let's see. One thing I'm looking forward to experiencing in Canada is being a homeowner. I hear so much, and I really look forward to, and I yearn for being, or I yearn towards, I yearn for the time that I get to be an actual homeowner. Yeah, that's the one thing. Secondly, I look forward to being a citizen. I'm really looking forward to getting that blue passport, because that blue passport means I get to travel so much easier to so many different places. I also look forward to actually traveling and experiencing Canada, because most of the information I have about Canada is just in Toronto, in Ontario. I'm looking forward to visiting other provinces. The farthest I have been to has been Niagara, and I hear so much about so many other places. So I'm looking forward to experiencing Canada in itself before I start actually crossing borders and going to other places. So guys, you should look forward to seeing me experience those places. And now that you've mentioned my bucket list, I'll be sure to come back with it next time, because it's not at the back of my mind. Yeah, so guys, before we get there, please be sure to watch my YouTube video, one of my videos that I have, where I spoke about Niagara. You can go and experience Niagara on that video. Yeah, because I actually did a 2-part video where I showed my traveling to Niagara and the actual Niagara place, even the falls and all that. Please be sure to watch that so that you can see and experience Niagara from my eyes, right? Yeah.
So speaking of your previous videos, there's one in which you had given a house tour of an empty house you were planning on moving into. So how was that entire process? Is this the same place that we saw in that video? Tell us more about that.
Oh my goodness. Which reminds me, you guys are watching this video before I did the house tour for this place. Ugh, that's my bad. I'm so sorry, guys. So here's what happened. I did a house tour of an empty apartment because people had been asking me so much about me moving into Canada in my first apartment and how difficult it was getting that place and all that. So I did an empty house tour for my partially furnished apartment, the one that I moved to into Canada when I came here. And like I told you guys before, leases here are 1 year for a full year. So after a full year, we decided to move into a bigger place. And I know I actually have that video somewhere for the updated house tour for, I don't know if you guys have already seen it before this one. It's okay, I hope. If you haven't, you'll still see it. I did an updated video for the house tour where I showed you how we had furnished it, what we had changed, what we kept, what we got rid of. But at the end of that list, due to God's blessings, our family has grown, more people came, so we felt the need to have a bigger place. By a bigger place, I do not mean a place to accommodate everyone. I just mean that we felt the need for a guest room. The house that I showed you guys before was a 1-bedroom apartment, but we realized we needed somewhere to host our family members as they were coming. Like I said, landing in Canada is difficult when you don't have somewhere to stay. So it's really unfair if your own family member is coming here and they have to stay at an Airbnb, right? Or at a hotel or all that. It is only fair that they actually get to stay with you and you give them a soft enough landing that you did not get while you were landing. So we felt the need to get a bigger place. That is why we got this place is where we are right now, which is a 2-bedroom apartment, which is huge.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is, right? I will show you the house tour. I'm so sorry I haven't shown you that yet, but I will show you the video. At least I already have the video for moving here. You will see the video of us moving into this new apartment. But that is the whole reason that we moved, because the place we had before was amazing. I'm sure you guys saw it had so many amenities. It was so beautiful, but it was really tiny. So this one is much bigger, and it is 2 bedrooms. So we have space. It is 2 bedroom, and it is also en suite, so it also has 2 bathrooms and all that. So it is very convenient for when you're hosting someone for a short time. So we felt the need to have a guest bedroom for everyone of our family members who would be landing and needed a soft landing for before they move on to their next place. Yeah, so we are in a new house, guys.
And speaking of being in the new house, did you have any challenges as you were moving from your previous house to this place?
U-Haul is expensive. Oh my goodness. U-Haul is expensive. You know how back in Kenya you just call your neighbors and get a truck, mnabeba, you put the things into the truck and just move. Here you pay the moving person, you pay the people who are moving, who are going to help with carrying the things, unless you're going to carry them yourself. You either pack them or pay someone to pack them for you. You also have to pay for the truck itself, pay for the fuel in the truck, pay for the things being loaded back into the house, unloaded from the truck into the... Moving is expensive. Moving in Canada is so expensive. That is the one thing that caught me off guard. I did not expect it. And other than that, of course, getting a new apartment is difficult. Like I told you guys in my video where about getting an apartment, you need to, even after you've stayed in Canada, you still need to fill all those papers, all those credit scores and statements and everything. And you also need a letter from your previous landlord, and it's just so much work. Yeah, but it is so satisfying once you're done that you just forget about it. Yeah.
So earlier you mentioned something about plans, future plans to move around and get to know the country a little more, since it's very big and you haven't had time to visit every location, which is obviously difficult considering the size of the country.
Yeah.
But
Canada is huge.
yes. So considering the places you have been able to visit so far, what can you tell us are the biggest differences you have seen in the transportation systems you have used?
Let's see. The most convenient is, of course, having your own car. It is extremely convenient. The second most convenient is the to-go bus. It's called Go Bus or To-Go. Is it? I think it's called the Go Bus.
Yes.
It's a green one. It's a train. It's like our version of the SGR. It is amazing. It's like an airplane inside. You feel like you're on board a plane inside, and it is so nice. It is so spacious. It is awesome. It has like 3, what do you call them? 3 levels up. I really loved that. I think that was the second most amazing, and I think it's the second most comfortable when you're moving within the province, other than you having your own car. But problem with that is that it is not everywhere. It is just in a few places. That is the problem. Thirdly is I think between the train and the bus, I'd have to go for the train. I feel like the bus is really slow, especially if there's traffic and all that and there are delays. I feel like the train is much better if you're moving from one town to the next. If you can use a train, use that instead of a bus. And then finally there's the bus, and there's also the bicycle, because we do not have motorbikes. You can ride your own bicycle, or you can pay for the public bicycles and use them instead. Yeah, I think that's it. I think those are the only ones I have gotten to use here. But when it comes to trains, there are different types of trains, because like when you're moving from the airport, there's a different train. There's the normal train, and then there's the GO train. Yeah.
Yeah, assuming someone's just landed here and they are new, they're looking for a place to visit or have fun, not majorly like clubbing and stuff, just experience life here. Do you have like a list of places you can recommend to them?
I would have to come up with a list, but I think the most fun thing to do in Canada, especially as a new immigrant, is to tourist. To tour. I hope you get what I mean. Like, allow yourself to be a tourist. Visit all the overhyped places. For instance, I've already been to the CN Tower. If you have not watched my video about the CN Tower, what are you waiting for? I have already been to the CN Tower, because how can I be in Canada and not go to the CN Tower? The same way I went to Dubai, and one of the first places I ever went to was the Burj Khalifa. So I experienced the CN Tower. I haven't been to the aquarium yet, but I hear it is just as amazing as the one in Dubai. I have been to Niagara Falls, because everyone talks about Niagara Falls. I have been to Canada's Wonderland, and I owe you that video. I have an amazing video for Canada's Wonderland for my last birthday. I was taken there for a whole weekend. It was amazing. I have where else? I have been to the festivals. What do you call them? The tree lighting festivals, like on Nathan Phillips. It was amazing the first time I went. The second time, I don't know what we did wrong, because we didn't see all those exaggerated performances that were there last year. So I'm really not sure what we did wrong this time round, or maybe we got the schedule wrong, I don't know. But there's also that was a personal favorite. What else?
Why are you forgetting the parks?
The parks are amazing. I got to experience the cherry blossoms. The cherry blossoms are a very rare kind of flower that grows in very few places in the world, and it is only there for like a window of 2 weeks in a year. And I got to experience them last spring. It was amazing. Last spring or this spring? Oh, the spring that just... that spring, and it was amazing. Like I told you guys, spring is my favorite time of the year, so I absolutely loved that. There are so many parks in Canada, and the best thing about them is that they are free of charge. You just get to walk in and just, tourist. Yes.
You can also do exercise. If you're a fan of that, you can engage in games.
Yeah, even in the parks. Yeah. And there are so many games people play here, especially over summer. You find games such as cricket, baseball, football,
it's Canada.
Hockey.
How can you forget
How
hockey?
can I not talk about hockey? I know. Hockey, like, people really are diverse with all these kinds of things. So yeah, there's that too.
As we get into the festive season,
yeah,
and this being your second festive season,
yeah,
perhaps you can tell us the biggest differences you have seen about how people treat the Christmas holiday.
Oh my goodness, can I start by telling you that here Christmas starts on the 1st of November. 1st of November, not even of December. The moment we are done with Halloween is on 31st of October, right? 31st of October we are done with Halloween. That's the last day of Halloween. The following day people are already singing Christmas carols and putting up their Christmas trees. Like, how people love holidays here so much. They celebrate every season, they celebrate every occasion, they celebrate everything, and they celebrate it so dramatically and exaggeratedly, like it is just amazing. So that is like, back at home I remember in my family we used to put up the Christmas tree on the day before Christmas, on 24th, right? Yeah. Or even 25th morning. That morning on 25th, so that it could stay until 1st or until 3rd or something. Here they put up the Christmas tree on 1st of November. That first week of November, everyone is putting up their Christmas tree, and I'm just like, wow, really? Yeah, I think that's the biggest difference. And also, here decorations are so cheap. Not cheap, are so affordable. Cheap is the wrong word. Are so affordable. There are obviously the expensive ones, of course, if you want to go for that, but there are also very affordable ones that are found in the smaller stores like Dollarama and so forth. And I feel like that is part of the reason that everyone gets to participate in it, right? It's not just for a certain class, because right about everyone can afford it. Yeah, so that is the biggest. I think people here are just way too excited about these festivals and such things.
Celebration after celebration.
Celebration after celebration, but in their own way, not like we do it in Kenya.
Not party after party.
Not aluta. These days they call it aluta. Oh, yeah. I need to be careful. I don't want to be cancelled. Yeah, oh my god, I think I should go back to cooking. We have visitors coming in a bit, and yeah, is there any pressing question? I feel like I've given you guys so much about my life today. I've told you guys so much. Is there any pressing question you'd like me to wind up with?
No, as I've found you cooking, I think I should let you go back to that. But I think as we leave,
Yeah.
if I can't come up with any questions, anyone who does should probably leave them in the comment section, and you will address them when you get to it.
I definitely will, and if you guys want any more of such videos, please also let us know. Again, thank you so much, Biz, too, for joining us, even if you came late.
Yeah, at least I experienced this live before your audience.
Yeah.
It's fun experiencing this from here, and the way you were giving detailed information.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is always a pleasure for us to be here with you.
Vens, Bezwan, aka Vens, thank you so much for starting off with us and for being with us all through this. You guys have been amazing, and yes, I do need to get back to cooking, but I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for keeping it on Pick on a Dime. Like I said, be careful the kind of content you let in, and here we are all positive vibes. We do our best to keep it positive because the world is difficult enough as it is, so let us not add into the difficulty, right? Let's lighten things up and make things better. Nothing but love, guys, as always. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Remember to like, remember to share, remember to comment, remember to
Stay tuned for the next.
stay tuned for the next video. Again, nothing but love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Toodles.